Hello, my name is Charles Moore. I'm one of the editors at Plow Publishing, and I'm sitting here in our living room here in Durham, North Carolina, with Stanley Hauerwas. I've had the privilege of working with Stanley this past year on what may be his last book, Jesus Changes Everything. So maybe we could begin just simply, you write the following: the whole point of Christianity is to produce the right kind of enemies. I thought Jesus' way of the cross was the way of nonviolence.
No, that's the way to create an enemy.
That's why he created enemies. Okay, tell me more.
By creating an enemy, you create people who you need to forgive. We forget we're the enemy of God, and our task is to be forgiven. So people that think that they can forgive the enemy, oftentimes that turns forgiveness into a power move. I'm better than you, so I can get to forgive you. We have to remember our ability to forgive comes from the fact that we've been forgiven.
You state that Jesus is the Sermon on the Mount. How so? And how seriously should we take the Sermon on the Mount, or how literally?
To say that Jesus is the Sermon on the Mount is a way of saying that his life is embodied in every command. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for example. You're supposed to try to speculate about what it means to be poor in spirit. Well, each of the Beatitudes are to be determined in terms of how Jesus is portrayed in the Gospels. So it is not like you're supposed to try to be poor in spirit, but by following Christ, you'll discover that some people are poor in spirit. What I'm trying to resist is independent speculation about those kinds of descriptions or those kinds of commands in a way that makes them separate from the life of Christ.
It's so easy to separate the teaching from the teacher, and
Yeah.
This is what Kierkegaard tried to resist.
Right.
And again, we don't really need Christ, we just need the teachings. And that is completely opposed to your whole project, to have everything actually embedded in the person and the story of Christ.
Right.
That his story needs to become our story.
I wish I'd have said that as clearly as you did.
Well, I only learned it from you. Well, just a few more questions. You claim that Christians offer a moral equivalent to war.
Yeah. I'm trying to suggest, one, a way of honoring those that conscientiously participate in war. But to do so, I'm trying to make war what it is, namely a liturgical event. Notice how the language of sacrifice becomes so central to it, and it therefore war becomes an alternative to the sacrifice of Christ in the body and blood of Christ, which we participate Eucharistically. So the very movement I'm trying to make clear is that the church is an alternative to war, as a sacrificial community that makes the sacrifices of war idolatry. That brings me then to the question, if a war is not just, what is it? Why don't we call World War I and World War II World Slaughter I and World Slaughter II? The very language of war has become a legitimation that I think Christians must challenge.
You say something in the book that seems to be really quite contrary to one of the central themes that I see stressed in today's church, that the church is not about being welcoming and affirming and accepting people as they are. That seems to be a truism, has become a truism today. Come as you are, all are welcome. Again, are you trying to be provocative here, or what are you getting at?
I don't want you to accept me as I am. Is got too many problems. I want to be challenged to be better than otherwise I would be able to be. I mean, what is baptism? It's not coming as you are. It's being drowned in the water of the faith that makes you a different human being than you were before baptism. So, come as you are is a slogan that might be good for self-help groups, but it's not the slogan that's good for the church.
And if Jesus changes everything but doesn't change us,
Right.
there seems to be quite a contradiction there.
Exactly.